In today's video, we would like to show you how easy it is to set up with CrossFit SmartBranch a CI/CD pipeline with using IBM's WebMethods IO technology. Let me just go and start this by showing you a previous pipeline that I created. So in this case, what you can see here, we have a pipeline with 3 branches: the production branch, the SIT branch, and a central branch, and the central development branch, where we actually have your WebMethods IO components, your IBM's WebMethods IO API gateway components as well with APIs. In the web integration components, we have workflows, we have flow services, and so forth, as well as possibly database components and or configuration files. Yeah, let me show you what can be done with a new project. So upload from live. Can give it a name, WebMIO project. Let's point this to the WebMethods IO tenant. Integration, WebMethods IO integration. We go to the production server. We introspect the integration, IO int. Click next. We then select here what are, so CrossFit SmartBranch will give you the possibility to introspect that WebMethods IO tenant or realm and select what are the components and part of your project. In this case, we want to deselect everything that we're not interested in and only select what we want. So we have our demo user project. Click next. And we want to start by skipping upload because I want to add as well my API gateway component. So we click here on plus. We go here and say IO API. And we go to the IBM's WebMethods IO API gateway tenant or realm. Select the production server. And the same. So we click on save. And then here we can select whatever we want. Let's concentrate to start with on the APIs, selecting the things that we don't need for the time being. And on the APIs, we can see we have these 3 APIs that we're happy with it. So we have the integration API. The same would be to actually have database components. We just have to connect to the database, introspect, and select what we want, as well as parameter files that we might want as part of the project. Let's go and upload the release and export out of this tenant all the components that are part of our project, save them to CrossFit SmartBranch repository. And in that sense, so we then have the initial sort of branch as part of our pipeline associated with your production environment. So we actually go and fork this down from production to SIT. Let's call this SIT and associate the tenant or the realms that we have before us test connected to production. We now have associated with test. We go to test. Click next. And now we can go and do the initial syncat. What we'll see by doing this is that potentially there's already some changes that are currently in test that are not yet in production. We are now comparing it with what we have in our SIT tenant that gives us the possibility to detect already some changes you might have already in test to potentially then move them to production. And now you can see here actually, like we see, it's actually red. What we can actually go and see commit to branch. We see that there is actually a flow service that exists in branch, but it's in live. So there's a new flow service. There's some changes at the trigger levels, and there's some workflows that also have changed as well. So we can go ahead and commit this to the branch. Associating, hey, there's already, we can associate with a specific ticketing system. It's our delta between prod and test as part of our onboarding. We go ahead and commit this, and that will allow us then potentially already as part of our CI/CD pipeline as we onboard and create the initial pipeline at any customer, allows us already to prepare for potentially using then CrossFit SmartBranch to then move code as well already between environments within the first few minutes of setting this up. Yeah. So commit is done. We then say, okay, it's all done to actually potentially move then that code up. And you can see here, it appears a blue line move, so illustrating the code that you might already have to then move between test and production. And the same if we go down and go and do another fork in the same way that we did between SIT and test, we can go ahead and do the same to go down to development or central dev. Let's call this, in this case, it's our dev environment. And the same, we associate this with the aliases with the development realms that we might have within your IBM real associated realms. We go ahead and we go initial sync add, same way we did in test for SIT, and wait a second. And as we can see, at the end of this, we also see there is also some additional changes that we can also already commit them and then getting them prepared to move it from dev to test or from dev to SIT. So there's some additional changes you can see directly here. There's actually a send email service that is in the branch, not in live, that was removed or was deprecated somehow. And there's actually also some changes that we can see here with some services with some additional components as well that are not required. We can go and also do the same in a one way, or in piecemeal, we can commit to different tickets because there are, let's say, with different tickets as well. We can go and commit this to the branch by selecting then the ticket associated with that. Could be a change one that we have in the background, and commit them. Once you commit them, then automatically this is going to also go to green. But our pipeline, a CI/CD pipeline, is now ready, and then we can start moving code in a very easy way. So it's committed, and now once it's committed, we can say, hey, we're ready to move up. We click on yes, and then basically the blue line appears with the code that we have committed, because with our ticket, we move to the next environment. How we move it, we just go here, integrate branches, and then automatically then the code gets moved as well between pipelines. We can configure this to be automatic, or we can define how to move when the release manager is ready to get the code moved at the end of the day, at the end of the week, and so forth. Thank you very much.